good afternoon. Here is the news. Afternoon. First, the highlights. Lagos State government urges Nigerians to be patient with President Tinubu's administration. National Agency for Food, Drugs Administration and Control expresses concern over prevalence of substandard drugs. On quarantine, landslides kill about 32 people, injure 12 others in Nepal. And in sports, Plateau United Queens defeats Moje Queens Feeders at inaugural Girls Play Football Tournament. And now the details. I am Mike James. Ahead of the 60th National Independence Day celebration on Tuesday, 1st of October, the Lagos State government has organized a special Jumat service to pray for the progress, peace and unity of the state and country in general. Speaking at the event held at the Lagos State Secretariat Community Central Mosque, Alausa, the State Deputy Governor Bafemi Hamzat urged Nigerians to be patient with President Bola Tinubu's administration, noting that the current economic situation will soon be a thing of the past. He had this to say.
Because we are a nation that imports a lot. We are a nation that is building. We are building infrastructure. We are building schools. We are building hospitals. So we must sustain our economic stability. So how do we do that? That's why they are doing all this. So there is a plan. If you don't have a plan, then you have a problem. So for me, I'm optimistic. Optimistic because there is a plan. But we can now, as a people, argue about that.
The guest lecturer Saeed Ahmad emphasized on the resilience, love and unity of Nigerians and urged citizens to continue in that faith for the continuous progress of the state and the country in general. On his part, Lagos State Commissioner for Home Affairs Ibrahim Layode pleaded with citizens of the state and the country to continue to live peacefully in unity and ensure sustainability of the environment and communities. Prayers were offered for the peace of the state and the country as a whole. The Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center PSSDC is set to launch some iconic projects and initiatives as part of activities to mark its 30th anniversary. Director General of PSSDC, Adekumilola Adio Moses, revealed this during a courtesy call on the management of Lagos Traffic Radio, saying that the station is strategic in terms of sharing information to its listeners and in an impactful manner. Adio Moses said the event, which is scheduled for Friday, 4th October, will be graced by the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The Director General highlighted the project to include the launch of newly improved Lagos Learning Management Platform and a digital studio, a book, among others.
In addition, we built a sports hub inside our premises, so we don't want you to just come for training and then go back or stay in the guest house and not have much to do. We have decided that we want you to have a 360-degree experience. We want you to come into PSSDC and not want to leave. That is the idea. We have built a very standard football pitch, a standard volleyball court, basketball court, badminton court, table tennis, lawn tennis, and we have space for a swimming pool next year.
Adio Moses stated that plans were underway to revamp the induction course for newly employed members of staff and those transferring their service to the Lagos State Civil Service. Commence language class to encourage people, especially civil servants, to learn critical languages like Yoruba, French and Mandarin. He also noted that the PSSDC would provide counseling services to those who need discreet and professional advisors on pressing issues, while also revealing that a new directorate will be created on gender-related issues. To improve learning, public speaking and leadership skills, Adio Moses said the PSSDC adopted the Toastmasters Club to help develop public servants on how to speak on contemporary issues in a constructive manner. In his response, the General Manager, Lagos Traffic Radio, Tayo Akonle, who congratulated the PSSDC on its anniversary, re-emphasized the essence of the induction course on public servants. Akonle noted that the station has a booster station project to expand its reach, as it currently has about 2 million listeners on its terrestrial platform and more online.
We will give support for all your activities to ensure that people beyond Lagos will get to know that there is one institution in Lagos State that is catering for the success of public servants and civil servants in Lagos State. So be rest assured of our support so that people can know that we have one channel that is tailored towards giving civil servants exposure, knowledge that we can use not for now, in the future, towards building a better Lagos. The station is there. We are big in all what we are doing, ensuring that we have more traffic. We will be opening our new infrastructure in Ikorodu. We call it Booster Station, whereby it will enable us, especially our signals, to get to all those areas where they are weak or not existing.
Agola commended the Director General for making impact in the development of the agency and charged him on more developmental strides. Lagos State Government, through the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, has joined the rest of the world to celebrate World Tourism and Peaceful Day. Speaking at the event held at the Muriokuala Park, Victoria Island, Commissioner of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benton Awika, said tourism bridges peace and promotes unity at all levels. Benton Awika said tourism connects human beings around the world and charges everyone to use the opportunity to participate, noting that tourism promotes cultural, ethical values and different cultural delicacies.
Lagos has everything that a touristic community has to offer, so we're definitely going to improve on that infrastructure. We're going to make sure that the experience in Lagos is different. We're going to start off with our slogan, which is Imagine Lagos. When you imagine Lagos, you imagine the things you need to do in Lagos. The nightlife, the restaurants, the food, the Afrobeat music, from our Nollywood, everything that you need to see in Lagos is where you would need to be.
And also speaking at the event, Oniro of Iru Kingdom, Oba Abdul Wasiu Lawal, said tourism creates jobs, strengthens the local economy, contributes to local infrastructure development, and helps to conserve the natural environment. Lawal said collaboration with private sector and other relevant individuals will move tourism to the greater level, noting that tourism enhances cultural assets and traditions that reduce poverty and inequality.
People come from all over the world to come and see what we have to do, what Eyo is like. And it's been like that for years. We have a Jiwa Elegba Festival that is being celebrated yearly by the Olofin children. Oniru, Ido, Ikate, Ojora, Ilashe, Irede. That's what we do regularly to let people know that we are there.
Oban Lawal charged youths to be actively involved in the promotion of tourism and culture, which will bring peace and unity to the state. And now to the rest of the stories. The National Agency for Food, Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has expressed concern over the high level of fake, substandard and falsified drugs in the country. Director General of the agency, Mojisola Adie, stated this during the one-day sensitization campaign program held in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Adie, who was represented by the Zonal Director of the agency, Rosaline Ajayi, revealed that the agency will pay advocacy visits to churches, mosques, traditional rulers, and opinion leaders on how to avoid patronizing people who sell unwholesome and fake products. In his remarks, Chairman of the Oyo State Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, Adebayo Gbadamosi, appealed to citizens to always patronize registered pharmacists and avoid quacks. The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has concluded the training of 200 women and youths in livestock farming and agro-processing in Sapele local government area of Delta State. Speaking during the closing ceremony of the training, the empowerment program, the NDDC Managing Director, Samuel Obuku, said the NDDC board and management realized the importance of agriculture as a diverse and relevant sector to address unemployment and poverty. Obuku, who was represented by the NDDC Director Agric and Fisheries, Winifred Madume, expressed delight that the program was particularly inclusive of women, who constituted the majority in farming activities in most parts of the Niger Delta region. The NDDC boss said the commission is in partnership with the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, to provide apprenticeship programs for residents of the Niger Delta region. And over to some foreign news. At least 32 people have been killed and 12 others reported missing as incessant rains in Nepal have unleashed floods and landslides during the last 24 hours. Spokesman for Nepal's National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority, Basanta Adhikari, said more than 3,000 security personnel were deployed to assist rescue efforts with helicopters and motorboats as part of the country, including the capital, Kathmandu, have been inundated, and authorities also warning of more possible flash floods in multiple rivers. In sports news, the northern phase of the inaugural Girls Play Sport Football Tournament has ended, with Play 2 United Queens emerging as champions after a thrilling 1-0 victory over Mojave Queens Feeders in the final. Earlier in the day, Nazareth Queens secured third place in a 10-0-0 draw against Adonai Taraba Queens, ultimately winning 4-2 on penalties at the Old Parade Ground in Area 10, Abuja. The tournament delivered high-energy competition, culminating in Play 2 United Queens claiming the top spot in the Northern Conference. And as Northern Conference champions, Play 2 United Queens will advance to the national finals, where they will face the Southern Conference champions, Cats Ladies, for the ultimate title tomorrow, September 29. And that's our news at 12. But just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed watchtowers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can always get details on the Lagos Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Ahead of the 60th National Independence Day celebration on Tuesday, 1st of October, the Lagos Government has organized a special Jumat service to pray for the progress, peace and unity of the state and country in general. The State Deputy Governor of Afim Hamzat had Nigerians to be patient with President Bola Tinubu's administration, noting that the current economic situation will soon be a thing of the past. The National Agency for Food, Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has expressed concern over the high level of fake, substandard and falsified drugs in the country. He also told you that at least 32 people have been killed and 12 others reported missing as incessant rains in Nepal have unleashed floods and landslides during the last 24 hours. In sports, the northern phase of the inaugural Girls Play Sport Football Tournament has ended, with Play 2 United Queens emerging as champions after a thrilling 1-0 victory over Mojave Queens Feeders in the final. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. My name is Mike James. Beautiful afternoon to you.